when I say see this time around. And yeah, I personally didn't mind that. I still think we need to figure out this whole striking department thing. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Afcon Flag. You are here with your favorite host, Deshane. And in today's episode, of course, we will be reacting to Bafana absolutely thumping South Sudan and Cape Town 3-0. And it was an exciting game, very, very good game. From our side, I'd say, yeah, Bafana's in the driving seat from the beginning. Didn't even take that long for them to score their first goal. I believe it was Ikram Reyners who got his first goal around the 6th minute or so. So it was a really good goal from him, and he seems to be scoring each time he plays. I believe in the previous game he scored as well, so it was a great performance from him. I believe Tito Masangai also getting very, very comfortable and imposing himself a little bit and just settling down in there and getting his second goal in his second game in the qualifiers as well. So that was also very, very good to see. And I believe Mokoena also stamping his authority and giving a good penalty to seal the deal for us. And we finished at the top of our group, of course, like the big boys that we are, and we will be seated among the big boys as well. So probably we will get a favorable pot in the qualifying decider thing that they do. Right? So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the game as well. Obviously, we went into the game having qualified, of course, also having thumped Uganda 2-0 in the previous game to take us to the top of the group. So basically in this game we're trying to maintain that, and maintain that we did, playing like we were the home team, of course, from the first to the last minute, of course, as well. From my side, I would have wanted to see a little bit more players that we hadn't maybe seen before, and we did get those. We did get those. I believe we saw a few debutants. We saw Basadine coming in, so it was great to see him as well. We also saw the return of Ngezana playing alongside Dodley. But he did get injured again, which is also a bit of a worry. It does seem that each time he comes and plays for the national team, whenever he has to go back, he goes back injured. So I don't think that will create a sort of like good relationship with the club, especially if we keep injuring the player like that, right? Who else? I believe we saw Sage Stevens, who also came on. It was great for him. I think it was also a great cap off for him after playing such a brilliant season. And yeah, it was great for him to make his debut as well, for him as well. And yeah, overall I think it was a great game. We also did see people actually start the game this time around, so I think that was good for him also to get used to that position, especially because he does seem to be the preferred number 10 in Tambazwane's place. So it was good to see from him. We didn't see Wanasesi this time around. And yeah, I personally didn't mind that. I still think we need to figure out this whole striking department thing. Max Hopper, for me, I still wouldn't claim as our starting number 9. I still think he has a lot of work to do. We're pressed, as I said, but yeah, in the previous Afcon when we played against Nigeria, it showed the fact that they had Osimhen and we had Maho. So I think we need to work around that a little bit. Reyners this time came around and played. The thing about Reyners is what Jason. Let me be honest. Reyners was Jason to a large degree, but as much as sometimes we can give you a 60% performance, whatever the case might be, like I said earlier, he always comes up either with a goal or an assist. So he comes up with the way to contribute to the game and the outcomes of the game. So even if he's at like 60%, he contributes a lot, right? So this is why he earns his place for me and the team. Osona Palace as well gave us a great performance also. It's hard to believe that in the last edition of Afcon, he was lingering on the bench and on the sidelines, and now he's like the main guy, So it's great to see that type of growth from him as well. So yeah, overall, I think I want to congratulate our boys. We did really well, as I said, finishing top of the group in our group as well, undefeated throughout the whole expedition also. So that was really good. I do think we need to strengthen our squad a little bit more. I think against really good opposition, like some tough opposition, I do have a feeling that we might struggle, right? I do have a feeling that we might struggle. So I do think we do need to patch up a few points in the left wing position as well. Or no, the right wing position, right? Where they played Morena today, he can't play that position, he plays it really well, but at the end of the day, he is still a fullback, right? So for me, I want to see somebody who is a proper fullback, of course, well, a proper winger, I would say, getting into the fold and getting more opportunities, especially if he can offer a little bit more than what Morena can from a technical perspective. We also spoke about the left fullback position. We spoke about how Basarim played there today, and it's great. For him, I'd rather have him compete with Modiba for that position than Yeko Mobi. Yeah, Yeko Mobi. If you've been to my videos, you know I'm not really a big fan of that dude, right? I don't get how he continuously keeps getting selected, but yeah, here we are. Yeah, so maybe just those few things that we need to fix. But apart from that, I think they've restored a lot of faith in Bafana from the fans' perspective. Their respect as well to the national team has been restored as well. Finishing third last time in the last edition, this time around finishing top of the group. So I think we're starting to carry ourselves like the team that we think we are, right? But there is still a little bit of work to be done. So yeah, that brings us to the end of our video. Of course, if there are any players that you felt like you would like to see, or some players that impressed you, please definitely go ahead and mention them in the comments. I'd like to hear from you about those as well. And don't forget, of course, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as well. Until next time, of course, I will, of course, see you in the next episode of The Corner Flag.